Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Vulcan Report. This end of day report is for Friday, March the 23rd, 2018. All right, just real quick here, and not in any particular order. I'm just going to make this really quick. All right, so basically looking at Litecoin, that's the first one we have up here. Okay, this is Litecoin. As you can see here, Litecoin did finish down. It's still trading well below its current trend lines here. And what we have is it failed to close above the $201.80 momentum line. So that is bearish going into next week. You can see the downtrend channel is well intact and nothing has changed. But so far, if you look at this week, it's sort of like a narrow range inside week. You know, you're trading inside a previous bar. So this coming week should be the breakout or breakdown. It's going to be a short trading week because of Good Friday. So we'll see what happens. All right, it could be a little bit of fireworks going on there. But in order to put an end to this current downtrend, it's going to need to close above 201.80. So we'll see what the market has in it, if anything. Let me just check something real quick here. All right. Okay. All right. So as you can see here, this is also the beginning of negative momentum starting to pick up in the market. All right. So we could get one of these bars come in quickly one day in the coming week. So Litecoin is still looking quite bearish. All right, let's see our next chart. All right, this is Ether. All right, Ethereum. As you can see, downtrend channel fully intact. This market needs to close above 734.47 for next week in order to put it into this downtrend. It failed to do so this week, so next week we'll see what the market has in store. But as of right now, everything is looking quite bearish. Downtrend channel fully intact, and you got locked in on the negative momentum side. So negative momentum selling pressure is locked in, and you have a downtrend channel increasing and hitting new lows on Ethereum. So this is where you are. All right. It's still bearish until it isn't. All right. So this one's still selling. All right. Going to our next one real quick. All right. We're looking at Bitcoin. The raw Bitcoin is still in a downtrend channel. It was trying to build a base from which to rally from, and it failed. Needed to get above $9,727.55. Failed to do so. Therefore, this opens up more possible selling into next week. All right, and we got the start of negative momentum creeping into the market. That's selling pressure there. We'll see what comes of it. We could get another situation like back here where the market just really fell apart. So it looks like this little rally is looking to possibly get sold. And that's coming in the next week. So we'll see what happens, but market's going to need to start to, put in some sort of a base if this is going to hold. If not, then we stand the potential to close below 8,600 next week. All right, so not looking so good at this point. All right, so there you have it on the Bitcoin. I mean, the coin, the crypto space is just, getting butchered as of late. All right, let's look at bonds. We're going to use ticker TLT. All right, as you can see, the market did power up. All right, a lot of momentum building in this one. I'm going to say the upside target for next week should be around, the initial target is 122. All right, and then the longer term trend line resistance is at 123.03. All right, so that's where we are. So that will put it up in here. All right, so those are the initial targets that we're watching for TLT. We'll see if we can get a buck or two out of this one. All right, so close above momentum. As long as it stays above 118.68 next week, then this one is in rally mode. Nice lift off from the base here. Let's see how high it can get. This one's looking good. All right, looking at crude oil. Crude oil had nice lift off, as you can see. Then it corrected. Now it's taken off again. It's powering up. This one's looking really strong. It did close above the 62.96 momentum. As long as it continues to do so for next week, it's looking good. All right, so this one, I'm calling it toward that 70 mark. All right, the downtrend channel now has been bested. All right, and now the market's going to try to build upon this momentum. We got the beginning of a bullish momentum reading here. Okay, you got buying pressure coming into the market. Looks like we may create one of these. If we create one of these things, then oil could get back up to the $100 range easily. So this one's looking good, man. The oil space is looking really good. That will be ticker XLE and DIG. Looking good, man, for a liftoff. All right, next we got GDXJ. Looking at these miners. As you can see here, clearly downtrend channel still in effect. Still below the Kumo cloud, right? Trend lines, everything's below the Kumo cloud, but it managed to close above momentum. Now, keep in mind, these are the algo charts. All right, this is not the charts on the trading platforms. This is the algo charts from the pulse wave price triggers, which will at times vary and look quite different than your standard charting packages on your at your broker, because this is looking at raw data. All right, so totally different. All right, sometimes it looks the same, and then sometimes it's totally different, like night and day. Like you can look at your Thinkorswim or whatever chart package you use, whoever your broker is, and it may say the market's in the bull market. The algos will say, nope, this thing is technically in a bear market, and it's just different. So anyway, the algos are always right. All right, always follow the AI. So here, downtrend channel still intact, but the market did manage to close above momentum. All right, you can't take that away. All right, it closed above that $32 handle and definitely closed above the 31.93, and that is great. So the market did it. It closed above the 32, got a good run here in the gold miners. Now the initial target here for this coming week is 33.67, which is the trend line resistance. All right, I want to see it get there and then get to the bottom of this Kumo cloud, which will be right here. All right, that's it. That's a nice little run here. Right, that's around the $34 handle. All right, if we can get back up to about 34 bucks. All right, it's going to be heavy. It's going to be hard, just like back here when the market entered and got into the into the Kumo cloud here, and then just fell back down. But this is another chance to get in there, and this time possibly best it. You can see the cloud is narrowing here. Back here, you have this wideness, all right, which is really hard to overcome. But right here, it's starting to narrow. So the market stands a good chance of possibly getting some legs here and blasting off from this base right here. All right, this has some positive signs here. Still in a downtrend channel, but this bullish momentum reading, all right, starting to expand out now. So you got bullish momentum, buying pressure entering into the market. We could actually be seeing something good here. Let's see. All right, looking at silver. All right, silver managed to close above the 1643 handle, which is great. All right, close above momentum barely, just like they did back here, but then it gave it up. Hopefully this week coming will be different. You can hang on to it. Initial target is at $16.82. All right, between that and $17 even. That's right where these lines intersect here with the Kumo cloud. All right, creating a mini vortex zone price action could exceed that, but we don't know what we're going to build up in here. Hopefully 17 could be a good base between 1680 and 17, a good base to build to get back up towards 1750 and 18. We'll see. All right, but you do have, unfortunately, the beginning of another bearish momentum reading. All right, where selling pressure can enter into the market. The last time we had this locked in, the bears had control, wouldn't let the market rally. Every rally was sold, even though we didn't really get anywhere. So we'll see. It's still stuck in this range. Has a lot of work to do. Silver has a lot of work to do to overcome this. Can it get its footing and start moving with gold? We'll see. Speaking of gold, here we go. All right, here's gold. Gold did very well, even though it's still unfortunately locked into a negative momentum reading on the weekly chart on the algos. We do have a good close. It closed above the 1325.74, which is great. Just need to get above that 1325.70, and it did it. And now, if we can continue this, then 1360, 1370 can be back in play. All right, market tried to do something here, failed. Try to do it again here, failed. Try to get something going again, failed. Every time it tries to run, every time it tries to rally, these rallies are getting sold, folks. Selling, 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 selling. This time, can this time be different? All right, we got uptrend channel, locked in uptrend channel, but you got the negative momentum reading still locked in. All right, whenever you have those momentum readings locked in like that, it's always the potential for rallies to be sold. Okay, just like here, when you have the bullish momentum configurations, any kind of sell-off is being bought. All right, so that's what you see here. So we'll see. Gold is having a glimmer of shine come back to it. Let's see if it can get something going though, because right now it's not out of the woods. Got to close above that 1370, folks, in order to be out of the woods. All right, so let's see what happens with gold in the week to come. But it does need to close above 1325.74 next week to keep this bullish momentum locked in as far as, the liquidity of the run. But the overall longer term momentum is still overall bearish in this particular cycle. So like here where the rally got sold a little bit, this may happen again, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. Let's see what gold can do. All right, looking at the SPX. Somebody asked about this in the trading room. All right, this is a nasty looking chart. You can see on the weekly here, we got the beginning of selling pressure starting to enter into the market. Downtrend channel is still in effect fully intact. Lost the momentum, and now that selling pressure is starting to lock in. All right, last time that happened, we had an inverse relationship with price versus the indicators. We had a lot of selling coming in, but nothing really manifested. So you sold here, you recovered, but these rallies were sold the following week. Then it broke out again, then got sold again. So the rallies are being sold. All right, so this right here is very bearish. You close below the long-term trend line support, this orange line here, and you close below the momentum line. Market would have needed to close above 2691 and a half. We closed at 2588 and a quarter. So that is very, very, very weak. And you close below the 2598 trend line support. So the SPX is looking extremely bearish at this point. What can turn this around? A close next week above 2691 half. It's a lot of work to do that, but it can be done. All right, it can be done. The S&P can move 100 points in a day, so it's not out of the woods. It's not out of the question. I mean, it's not impossible. Look at this bar. This bar would have been considered impossible too, but it's really showing topping out and exhaustion up here. All right, that's what this is showing me. And it's looking like the bears are finally going to get their way and drive prices down to the top of the Kumo cloud, which is right here. All right, that's going to be at 24.46 and a quarter. So that's about a 130-point move down coming, potentially speaking. So we'll see on this XPX, but it's looking bad. All right, looking at the NDX, same as the SPX, same situation going on. So for this one didn't close below the trend line support. Trend line support on the SPX is at 62.52. All right, and we closed at 65.08. All right, so you're talking about 600 points to the downside. So I would say the Nasdaq has the best potential for larger gains on the sell side. All right, because it hasn't caught up to the S&P and the Dow yet. It needs to best its trend line support here. So this one will, the Nasdaq looks to be the better short, because once the Nasdaq catches up, then you're going to really see accelerations down toward the trend line. I'm sorry, not the trend line, the Kumo cloud, which is the top of the Kumo cloud for the NDX, the Nasdaq 100. That's what we're talking about. Is 57.82 half. All right, so we're talking, 1,000 points basically. All right, several hundred to be more specific. You're looking at like 800 points. So this one is right now. I can't call the top of the Kumo cloud like I could for the SPX. I can only call the trend line support, which is at 62.85. Okay, so that's what we're looking at right now. A 300-point drop coming, possibly 2 to 300-point drop in the Nasdaq for this coming week. All right, let's look at the U.S. dollar. All right. It didn't do it, folks. It couldn't do it. Could not close above that 90.52. Couldn't do it. Instead, we get an 89.48. All right, that's negative momentum. You can see the negative momentum has been locked in for some time. All right, selling pressure. The dollar still under the selling pressure. But again, it's still within the acceptable range between 89 and 91, like I told you. So that's where we are in this one. Inside week. This coming week could be the breakout week, breakout or breakdown. And as you can see, the bears are still in control of this market. I think we're going to stay here for the time being. This is exactly what the Trump White House policy needs for the import-export game plan. So that's what you're seeing happen here, folks. Nothing else other than that. All right, here's the Dow chart. I think this is the last one. You can see here, it came down to that trend line. The trend line on this one was 23,515. We closed at 23,533, just barely above it. And we're below the momentum line of 24,657. All right, market's going to need to close above that next week to put an end to this and call this a bottom. You test the support and then you bounce up from it. But again, looking very top heavy, the beginning stages of selling pressure and negative momentum entering this market to push prices lower. Right now, since we're already at the trend line support, I'm calling the top of the Kumo cloud, which is at 21,704. So that is what's in play right now, which is a 3,000-point drop in the Dow, folks. All right, that is the potential of this particular setup. All right, so there you have it, folks. Remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And remember, pulsewavetrading.com, where you can come and learn how to trade these markets, learn how to read the algo charts. All right, that's what's up. You got to learn to read these algo charts so that you can put the potential for profitability on your side. Get the AI working for you. And that's what we do here. All right. You get to take the free trial. You get access to the study course for free once you purchase the the premium pulse wave price triggers. You get access to the premium trading room. You get access to all of the materials, the training materials, everything. You will be overwhelmed by how much information is being put out there for you. And you also have access to live coaching with yours truly, the Algo Capitalist. Everyone have a blessed weekend, and thank you for your time and continued support. Do me a favor and hit that like button. Share these videos with family and friends, because you never know who it may help. Okay? Someone out there needs this information, including yourself. All right, so be encouraged, and everyone have a blessed weekend. Peace.